please be honest. How many people here are just sort of flirting with the idea of being veggie? So, okay, cool, but mostly you're all veggie, so that's good news, but I prefer to talk to non-veggies, so, because that's what we want to get, right? So I'm going to focus on those 3 people that raise their hands, and all you people who already know everything, it'll still be fun. When I was about 21, I figured out that I no longer wanted to eat animals because my dog, Samson, who I pretty much made out with, he slept with me. He was like my boyfriend. I mean, he was just there all the time. And he was a big pit bull rescue that I had found in East LA. And through taking care of him and loving him, it occurred to me that when he feels pain, he feels pain. And when he's comfortable and I'm rubbing him, he's really happy. And why am I treating him differently and believing that other creatures can't have that same experience? So I soon realized that cows and pigs and chickens and even turkeys love to be pet and rubbed and feel good and don't like to be harmed, right? So that was a huge awakening for me, and I've been an animal lover for so long, working with all the organizations, PETA and so many, doing anti-dissection campaigns and anti-fur campaigns. And because I should say that when I was really little in school, I would get into fights with with boys. I think it was flirting, not on my part, but they were trying to step on beetles in front of me, and then we'd like get in a fist fight over the beetles, like save the beetles. So I always loved animals, and I just dreamed when I got older that maybe one day I'd find in college like a little group that we could have to help animals. And so can you imagine my surprise when I moved to Los Angeles and became an actress and realized there were entire organizations. While it's better to eat a green smoothie than a Haagen-Dazs, so if that's what you're replacing, fantastic. But I really believe that eating greens rather than shoving them in smoothies all the time is a much more nourishing way to heal yourself and feel better. It makes me feel really vibrant, and it's how I stay in when I need to get ready and focused for something. I call it my fighting weight, but it's really about like being centered and focused and feeling amazing and sleeping well and doing everything my best. I completely go superhero, and that's where I stay. No one's perfect, and that's my biggest message, is that if you're a vegetarian right now and you're not vegan, but you just try to be vegan as much as possible, or you're a vegan and you want to feel better, you can go more towards superhero. And if you go to the farmer's market and you forget your bag, okay, you forgot your bag, but you'll remember it the next time. It doesn't mean you give up on these ideas, right? If I need to buy anything, I'm going to find used first. That's the first place I go. I look on Craigslist, I look on eBay, I go to Crossroads, not the delicious vegan restaurant, of course I go there too, but Crossroads, the clothing store, because you get great clothes there. And then when I can't find what I need, sometimes then, of course, my next thing is I want eco, super conscious clothing. And on my website, thekindlife.com, I wrote a whole article about how to choose the most responsible materials, because I think sometimes we think, hey, it's vegan, so that means it's good, which of course that's better. But when you're buying vegan crap, stuff that's made of really toxic materials and is packaged terribly and is not thoughtful for the earth, that's not the best choice. So my kid was, he was conceived, I was vegan and super healthy, and then he was on my boob for 3.5 years, and he had obviously all the vegan juices, and then he's been vegan ever since, and he does not take any, he's never had to take medication, and he's super, there's nothing, people talk about kids being, is it going to be like not enough protein, is he not going to be able to learn, is he going to be tired and weak? And this kid, I know it's my kid, so it sounds like I'm bragging, but he has so much energy, and he is so vibrant and so present and so thoughtful and so conscious. And like I said, he knows how to use food as medicine. Everybody's coming on board now. You go to the hospital and doctors who don't know me, my mom was in the hospital, and a surgeon came in and was like, listen, if you just went vegan, none of this would happen. And I was like, what did you just say? This is happening. And then the other surgeon, I gave her my book, and she went vegan, so that's pretty cool. Like, the doctors are waking up everywhere. Anyway, thank you all for your time, and thank you for your dedication and commitment. I'm sure most of you are activists already, so thank you for everything you do. It means the
the world, to me, to the animals, to our earth. Thank you.